Hey friends, this is Reverend Ben and this is your weekly video. The deadline to submit announcements to this video is 9 a.m. on Monday. It is about noon on Monday when I'm recording this. Our chalice lighting today is from our hymnal. Have I talked about the hymnal lately? The gray hymnal is pretty fantastic. I would encourage you to look through it if you haven't lately, especially the back part with all the readings. You usually can find something that you need, whether or not you knew you needed it, like I did this morning looking for a reading for you all. I came upon number 525 by Denise Levertov, and it's called Web. Intricate and untraceable, weaving and interweaving, dark strand with light, designed beyond all spiderly contrivance to link, not to entrap, elation, joy, contrition, grief, entwined, shaking, changing, forever forming, transforming. All praise to the great web. Those of you who want to, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me. First, have a breath in. The second breath in. One final breath in. And let it go. It's good to be with you all. Those of you who were here in the worship service yesterday know that I appreciated the religious education staff and volunteers from the pulpit. So I shall do that here as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, RE staff, RE volunteers. For some churches, the religious education is kind of peripheral, in a silo, maybe side concern. But for UU St. Pete, our children, our families, our religious education are central to our mission. And everything we do does and should take that into consideration. And those who carry out that mission are you, the amazing RE staff and amazing RE volunteers. So thank you so much for your work. We had an update of our pledge campaign yesterday here, both during the worship service and afterwards. It sounds like we are well on the way. Thank you to all of you who have made your pledge. There was some confusion about what pledge means and when. So the pledge we're asking you to do is for the next church year. That's this July 1st, 2025 through next June 30th of 2026. As Pat puts it, we're looking for you to make a stretch pledge. We're trying to get folks to do 15% more than what they pledged last year. And a lot of our leaders are doing 25% more than what they pledged last year. Now, there's no minimum pledge to be a member. I want you to be involved in our community more than I want your money. And at the same time, we can't accomplish our mission without funding our budget, our priorities for our mission. I think we raised 179,000 out of 262,000, so we are well on our way. And if you haven't made your pledge, please do so. Let's get to that 262 goal. Now, this week and every week, the Silent Meditation Group meets on Tuesdays right behind me in the library at 11:30 a.m. They meditate for a half hour. If the weather is good and everyone agree, they meet outside in the courtyard. Bring a bag lunch and socialize afterwards. And if you want to, the last Tuesday of the month after meditation, they go to a restaurant. Contact Chris McDonald at the membership desk after worship services for more information about that. That's Tuesday. And then Wednesday evening, there's a new covenant group led by Paula Sullins, and that meets from 4 to 5:30, also in that library. Paula had a great way of describing what happens in her covenant group, and maybe I like it because I like food. There's an appetizer of large group questions. There's an entree of partner breakout times for deeper discussion, followed by partners reporting to the larger group. And then there's a dessert of a takeaway question or a quote to reflect upon in between meeting times. So contact Paula if you want to join that group. Specifically, it's targeted for new members, but it's not just for new members. That brings us to Friday. Of course, the Sunset Supper is always looking for more volunteers. Contact Sabina von Alloch if you want to be put onto the email list. I'm already seeing emails go by of who is bringing what. Then on Sunday, the topic for worship service is fundamentalism or pluralism. I'll let you guess which side we come out on. Allison Longkey, the head of our worship team, is going to be the worship associate. It's also New Member Sunday, so we recognize some of our new members that have just joined. Some won't be able to make it, but some of us will be there. And then since it's the first Sunday of the month, it will be Time with the Minister afterwards. That's sponsored by the Committee on Ministry, and that'll be, you guessed it, in the library. Also, since it's the first Sunday of the month, it will be the LGBTQIA+ brunch, which I'll be going to after the Time with the Minister. See Chris McDonald for that, and reservations are required at the Frog Pond? I think it's the Frog Pond, which is where we go for that brunch. Then next week, Fellowship on Tap is on Wednesday. It'll be at the Three Daughters Brewing, and oh my gosh, by then it will be March. And beginning in March, UU St. Pete is going to implement several new members designed to enhance the safety of all who use the church and the security of the structure and all it contains, while still being welcoming and providing accessibility. Now, these measures grew out of a concern after some incidents which could have been serious. Also, our mission and our emphasis on social justice can make us a target for hate groups or others that might do us harm. So, as of not this Sunday, but next Sunday, doorbell cams will be installed on the ramp door and in the main sanctuary door. These cameras are motion activated, and they'll capture anyone who enters or exits through that doors. So if a visitor comes and they're late and the doors are locked, we lock the doors at 10:45, they can ring the doorbell to be admitted. We'll be seeking volunteers to staff the devices that will see those cameras. And so if any of you, I'll probably ask for somebody from the pulpit the first time, but if any of you are willing to do that, that would be great. One additional camera is going to be installed in an interior space yet to be decided. It will also be motion activated and will capture an image of anyone passing with its field of view. It's important to note these cameras will only be used in public areas where there's not an expectation of privacy. They won't be used in restrooms. They won't be used in private offices. And we will post signs on the exterior doors and in multiple places inside that state that entrance into the church implies consent to be films. Now, by film, the images and clips that capture will be stored on a secure server, and only a few designated individuals will have access to those images, which will only be viewed in the event of an incident that warrants further study. If you have any concerns, you can contact the safety team. The email is safety@uustpete.org. So that's March. Later on in March, specifically Saturday, March 22nd, will be the third annual UU St. Pete Church Retreat. The theme will be the future of covenant. Please sign up. There's a deadline to sign up. If you haven't signed up by March 16th, you can't sign up. So please sign up. I'm excited for this retreat. Then in April, I'll be preaching at Unitaria, which is Norb Čapek's church in Prague, Czechoslovakia, or the Czech Republic. I'm very excited for this opportunity. That'll mean I won't be here, but I realize I haven't announced this widely, so I'm telling you here. My office hours are Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 10 to 3, And I would love to talk to you then. Many of you have been making appointments with me, and I appreciate talking with each of you. It's one of my favorite parts of my job. Now, when we extinguish a flame like this one, that's when we have an opportunity to ignite it inside ourselves. That kind of flame, I believe, is an unquenchable flame. So let's keep it burning together inside each of ourselves, and let's help one another remember that we are not alone. Blessings, friends. I'll see you soon.